Look at her. She came to join the party.
Men used to go to war. So what? Men still go to war. Those men look like they just got off a 12-hour shift of working hard. She looked like she just came from 12 hours of shopping.
Fast food, y'all are selling body. You're exchanging your body to show up and do a job.
Why do y'all be feeling like only 3 or 4s is the only one that sell their body?
I told her
He
that
did.
the ranch that they give you probably isn't enough. I didn't feel bad saying no. And she's gonna have the audacity to get upset at me.
They used to go to war. Now they're on the internet crying, saying that their date was ruined because she asked
Come on
for
now.
one of their ranch.
Welcome to the future.
You're not hearing it. You're not hearing it. Look at her. She came to join the party.
Another one.
Look at the video. Read that.
They used to go to war.
Men
Yep.
used to go to war.
That's it.
Read that. Look, she trying to weaponize the saying, talking about men used to go to war. So what? Men still go to war. She trying to make people look bad. Those men look like they just got off a 12-hour shift of working hard. She look like she just came from 12 hours of shopping.
Real talk.
Man, stand up. I ain't gonna lie. If you ain't a elderly person, a child, a pregnant woman, or to one of those men, a family member or friend, you shouldn't be in your feelings about why should they give their seat up? Why? A real reason. Don't just say, oh, well, because I'm a woman. No, that's because you just looking to use them when it's convenient. I feel like you seem fine standing up and you putting on a show. You up there acting like a kid, per usual. But you'll be all right. I'm pretty sure your stop is one of the next few stops. You will be okay. I promise you. You won't pass out. You will be okay.
Now, what you have to understand, and I'm going to say it right now, modern woman, your time has come.
TikTok.
What do I mean? I got to say, since back in the day, I said it before in another video. Men are tired. Men work hard too, right? And she did just come from shopping, as he pointed out. Why would they give up their seat to you? Be appreciative. Some of these men on that train probably have jobs that protect you. You ever thought about that? That man's probably working a job that keeps the lights on. That man, see what you ladies have to understand, we're working the jobs you don't want to work. We're working the jobs you would never work. Why? Because you want to be cushy. I wanted to be cushy too, but I worked hard to be cushy. But then you know what they'll say? Oh, men used to go to war. All right? That's what they said to me. Oh, men used to go to war. They said the same thing to the men on the trains. That's not a good enough excuse for a man not wanting to give everything to you. Get lost.
Or as a baseline for male productivity, because let's ask ourselves, like, what were they actually doing in these wars? It's true, men used to go to war, but what was happening at the war? People dying, stuff getting stolen, important stuff, cultural stuff, traditional stuff getting stolen, the environment being destroyed, absolutely obliterated, trees burned down to ashes, the ground, the soil messed up, the atmosphere, the air polluted, okay? And then on top of that, they would take women and children as property and essay them. They would literally have war booty, okay? So when we say men used to go to war as like a standard of, oh, men used to be productive or men used to do something productive, we're not really assessing what they were doing at that war. All we're thinking about is they used to unalive each other. But there was always collateral damage, the environment being the most important collateral damage. And if women and children managed to escape, now they didn't have a male figure in the household to go out and hunt for them or to build something or to cut wood or whatever, you know? So those women and those children would be left poor. I just don't think the earth wants any more war. I think the earth is probably sick of war. And the earth probably just wants men to chill the fuck out. Except they can't do that, which is why we keep on saying men used to go to war, because they won't chill out. They keep trying to be like us, right? And they keep trying to do the things that women are doing, which is what's making women resort to saying, y'all used to go to war. Why don't you just go hash it out with each other and unalive each other? Except they never just unalive each other. They literally unalive everything around them, hence the collateral damage. And I'm really sad about the amount of pollution and destruction of the environment that comes from war, because these things can't just be reversed as soon as the war is over. It's not like you just start replanting stuff. No, the soil's fucked up. It's not gonna grow the same. And if it does grow the same, it's not gonna taste the same. It's gonna be toxic and poisonous. And the worst part about them going to war is that whoever wins the war gets to decide what the new religion and culture of that place is. Even if that place already had its own religion and culture. They're like, nope, we won the war, so now everybody's Christian. Everybody has to be Christian or else you're dead. Everybody has to be Muslim or else you're gonna be unalived. What? Girl, these men have never had anything figured out. If y'all's only purpose on this earth is to make babies and fight each other, I'm gonna let you fill in the blank.
Oh my god, men used to go to war. Men used to go to war and now they're setting up tents at Coachella. Men used to go to war and now they're fashion niggas. Men used to go to war, come home, and beat their wives. Men used to go to war, come home, and beat their children. Men used to go to war, come home, and curse the entire bloodline with generational trauma, abuse, alcoholism. Wanna know how men having to go to war affects you today? Your grandpa used to beat your grandma. Your grandma took that out on her children. Her children took that out on you, and now you have BPD. Look where the war got you. I'm so sick of this generation on both sides glorifying war. Like it's the men and the women. From the boys' side, it's like, oh, I can't wait to go out into battle and look at a picture of my wife in a locket and remember what I'm fighting for and come home and hear my war stories. You're not coming home. Hate to tell you, there was a good chance you were not coming home. And the women are like, there's no more real men. Men used to go to war. They used to fight for women. They used to fight women. Mind you, both my parents are war veterans. They're not even 50 yet. I would have much rather have my father, doing something he enjoyed than being in the damn trenches over in Iraq. Maybe then he'd be mentally stable. I don't know. Need y'all to stop and think before y'all say stuff. Just need y'all to stop and think.
She got barbecue wings. I got lemon pepper wings. Before we leave, I tell her, I'm like, hey, they only give you 2 ranches. Do you want some more? Because I'm about to go ask for some more. She's like, no, 2 is enough. I go and get 3 more ranches for myself. That means I have a total of 5 ranches. She has 2 ranches. Boom, we slide back to her crib. Everything's going great. I'm eating my wings. She's eating her wings. All of a sudden, and I knew this was going to happen, she goes, Zeljin, do you mind if I get one of your ranches? Listen, I paid for the meal. I asked her if she wanted me to get her extra ranch.
Drizzle.
I told her
He
that
did.
the ranch that they give you probably isn't enough. That's 3 things I did. I went out of my way to be a good person. So 25 minutes later, when she's sitting there asking me for one of my ranches, I didn't feel bad saying no. And she's gonna have the audacity to get upset at me. You're not even gonna use them all. You don't need 5 ranches for 20 wings. I'm like, first of all, you do not know my sauce to wing dip ratio. I'll double, triple, quadruple dip in my ranch if I feel like it. Second of all, even if I don't use all this ranch, I wanna take it home. Good ranch is hard to come by. I don't play about that. No, like I'm not giving you one of my ranches, especially when I offered to get you more. And I'm not gonna lie, that kind of killed the vibe for the rest of the night. Maybe I could have picked my battles a little bit better. Maybe I could have just given her a ranch. But for me, it's the principle.
They used to go to war. They used to go to war. Now they're on the internet crying, saying that their date was ruined because she asked
Come on
for
now.
one of their ranch dipping sauces.
It was.
Now they can't even go on. Now a date is ruined because the woman asked for a ranch dipping sauce, okay? Men used to be providers. Women couldn't work. Women couldn't vote. Women couldn't have bank accounts. Now men are on the internet doing story times, enunciating their words like Ecane over dipping sauce. Do you know that gluttony is a sin? Gluttony is a sin, and you're a big bag. is on the internet upset because the woman you were on a date with asked for one of your ranch
He's a
dipping sauces.
glutton because he likes his
And I get that
ranch.
he offered her multiple times to give her an extra ranch. But my thing is, if you asked her, like, are you sure you don't want another ranch? That means you knew that she probably didn't have enough for her meal. Maybe this is her first time going to Wingstop or ordering whatever she ordered. Maybe she genuinely thought 2 was enough. You knew that wasn't enough because you asked her multiple times, are you sure you don't want another one? Are you sure you don't want an extra one? You should have just got her an extra one. Now you want to give her, you literally have extra
It wasn't my fault.
It's never your fault, Meadow.
ranch. And you don't want to give it to her because good ranch is hard to come by. Do you know how big a Wingstop ranch is? This is like crazy. And then you wonder why you're single. I'm sure she's very grateful for the free meal and she'll never talk to you again.
See, this is the problem. Guys all the time be say, hey, you want some food? I'm going here. I'm going to Mickey D's. You want some food? I know you like them fries. And sometimes, like say for instance, if I'm going somewhere, my wife says no, I'll get some extra food, right? Because that's my wife. But for a girl you're just talking to, right? Come on now. This happens to guys. He's with a girl for 2 months, 3 months. He said it was a girl he just started talking to. So he's not going to make sure she's good. Chivalry is dead.
And women killed it.
And who killed it? Chivalry is dead. Like, why do we have to think about how you feel when you're on a train? Why do we have to think about what you've been through all day when all you were doing was shopping? Why does a man have to think, oh, let me do this just in case? When equality is there. You fought for it. But I'll tell you one thing, right? This is the crazy thing. These ladies fought for equality to be able to give up the goods whenever they want. Am I speaking to somebody? They fought for equality to say, my body, my choice. My body, my choice. My choice. My choice. Screaming at the top of their lungs. Okay, play the flat white lady real quick. My choice. My choice. My body, my choice. Losing their minds over giving it up, over wearing whatever you want to wear. When a man says, yeah, babe, we've been together, precious. I really think it would be great if you didn't go outside looking like a whore for me. Please, baby. We're not doing that, but still, you get the point, right? My body, my choice. That's all we get. What I mean? This is what I mean.
I love when people are like, oh my god, Schmeck's work is selling your body. How could you sell your body, you whore? I'm gonna hold your hand with a $100 bill when I say this, but like, genuinely, what the fuck do you think you're doing at your job? I'm being so for real. What do you think you're doing at your job for your little $20 an hour? Answer quickly. Because if this is selling my body, then so is that. Grocery store workers, you're selling your body. CEOs, y'all are selling your body. Construction workers, y'all are definitely selling body. Okay? Fast food, y'all are selling body. Like, you are exchanging your body to show up and do a job for money. Like, you are exchanging your labor, whether it's physical or emotional, for money. So if you want to call that selling your body, I guess that's fine. But like, if we're gonna say that, then like, let's be real, because y'all are selling your bodies too.
You can't make this shit up.
I just get more money for mine.
She's tried to equate working at McDonald's to selling your body. Like, no, that doesn't equate, right? Working at McDonald's, yes, you may not make a lot of money, but you know what? They have honor at the end of the day. People go home feeling honorable. They may not be happy about it, but they feel some sense of pride. There's some ladies out there that will never do the work you do. And I tip my hats off to them. Why? Because they're not taking the easy way out. Selling your body is the easy way. And I know there's some guys that are paying for it. There's some guys that are going across these shores that are paying for it. And I understand, because sometimes these guys feel like they have to pay for it. And they're probably paying you. I don't hate you for it. I don't hate anybody. But to be on the internet, shouting it out like it's okay and sticking your tongue out as we just saw, is crazy.
People look down on sex work because you're selling your body, but every job is selling your body. Right? You have to go into an office. You're selling your body. You're getting paid to put your body in an office. Okay? And the reason why sex work is demonized isn't because it's inherently bad. It's demonized because men can't really participate in it.
Make it make sense.
And men aren't valued as much. Their bodies aren't valued as much as women's bodies. And so when a woman takes back her body and decides to use it to make money, it makes the patriarchy really, because they ideally, the patriarchy wants women to workers for free, i.e. wives. They want women having babies for free.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Doing housework for free, having sex for free. That's why sex work is demonized. It is not inherently gross. Like, be for real. How could it be gross when you're out here having sex for free with men who can't even satisfy you? That's gross, honey.
Yeah, what is your name?
South Bank, baby.
Man, you want to... what brings you out here? You from here?
No, I'm not from here.
Where you say you from?
Southport.
So you out here by yourself?
No, I'm with homegirls. Yeah.
Y'all out here working?
Yeah.
So how long you been doing this for?
Probably like 8 months.
8 months?
Yeah.
And how was your upbringing coming up as a child? Was it 2-parent household?
1 parent.
And what was I imagine it was your mom.
Yeah.
And where was your dad at?
Lord knows. Shit.
Hold on, how old are you?
I'm 19.
You 19?
Yeah.
So what did she tell you growing up about your dad? Did she say, oh yeah, he ain't around because of this and this and that?
Nah, she just say if he wanted to be here, he'll be here.
Did you ever meet him?
Yeah.
Was he cool?
Yeah, he was cool.
Did y'all ever a good relationship or what?
I mean, yeah, because like every time I was with him, he'll do little stuff like get my hair done, or take me to get some clothes and that. And like he'll just disappear for a long time again.
How you feel about that? You like it?
I mean, this life.
It is what it is?
Yeah, what it is.
Oh, how old is he? About
My dad like 50 something now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So did your mom did you see this growing up? Like doing what you doing right now, or somebody put you on?
Oh yeah, I've seen it growing up.
Yeah. Are they doing this in South Park?
Some areas.
Oh yeah? So what areas because I know they used to do it on Bissonnette.
Yeah, they closed Bissonnette down there.
And what areas besides over here?
Airline. I don't really know this area like that because I'm really new to North Side. I just know this side of airline.
You have any issues out here so far?
Nah, it's cool, mellow.
You got a pimp?
No.
You never had one? How you stay protected out here?
Myself. I ride by myself. You know?
How you just read people's energy or what? How
yeah, I know when to move around the scene. I know where to shake the scene. I know where to, you feel me, move around. I can sense that.
What you try to average a week as far as money?
Like how much I make? Probably like a good $700, $800.
$800? You got your own house in South Park, or you just out here temporarily?
Nah, I split up part of my best friend. We go half and half.
That's a job.
And so I imagine you graduated last year.
I dropped out.
You dropped out?
Yeah, I dropped out of school.
You went Worthing?
High Tower.
Oh, you went to High Tower. That's not in South Park.
It's Fresno.
Fresno, yeah. So how you end up going out there? You had somebody's address?
Nah, it was like a CPS moving around type stuff, so.
Using CPS? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I might know.
Yeah, when she said CPS, she was in the system, so that means she was probably in a group home. And I lived in New York, and I know about the group home girls. They get around very young age. Sometimes they run from the group home. So she was living that life for a long time now. She probably been selling it since she was 14. I could imagine. It's sad though. It's not good, but that's okay. That's preached as okay. You know, with the way things are nowadays, especially coming from the hood, we got to change. I'm telling you, we got to change.
started in around April 2023 and I carried on with it until around April 2024. So during the time that I got into this, I was deep in my gambling addiction, and I wanted to make more money. Now at the time I was telling myself, oh, if I made more money and I found a side hustle, then I would have enough money to not want to gamble, because at the time I just thought it was about the money, and I thought the more money I had, the better it would be, the easier I'd be able to stop doing this, because it was ruining my life. So at the time my sister was actually doing it and I was seeing her make money, and I was like, I could do this too. So I started on Instagram. I had an Instagram page already, and I started trying to promote it, saying I'm selling naughty content, if you like, and people I knew were coming forward probably because they were curious. It's like these people I went to school with, they probably thought, oh, I wonder what her fanny looks like. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, whatever it was, but those were my clients in the start. And then I thought about creating a OF page. So that's what I did. I set up an OF page, I set up a Reddit, a Twitter, and I heavily promoted my page. I'd spend around 17 hours a day, and I was also working. Luckily with my job, there's not that much to do. So in between doing what I needed to do at work, I would be promoting and responding to people and getting clients. And I managed to make quite a good bit of money on this platform. But slowly but surely it was sucking the soul out of me. I didn't like what I was doing. I never wanted it to come to that, but I convinced myself that, I liked it, and I just saw it for the money rather than what I was doing. And it wasn't until I started not being able to wait for the money. On OF you have to wait for the money. But I ended up moving people from there as my private clients, and they would send me money before I'd sent them the content, of course, because that's what you do. But I would have already spent it before creating it. I'd tell them, I've got the content in my phone, I'll send it straight after, and then I'd be lying saying, oh, my internet's down, I couldn't send it, because after I'd gambled the money, I then wouldn't want to go and create the content, because of course, nothing was going to come from it. It felt like I was just doing it for free then. And I just hated it. I don't judge anybody that does this, but it just wasn't something that I enjoy. I was doing it with my partner at the time as well. And yeah, in the beginning, we had a laugh with it. Obviously, it was just like doing what we'd normally do together, to put it simply, but with a camera there. But over time it started to ruin our sex life. Having sex became about work rather than enjoyment and pleasure and intimacy, and yeah, I just didn't like it. So last year, in April, so before, when it entered into a new tax year, I was like, I'm stopping. I do not want to do this anymore, and I closed it down. And since then I have had a couple of clients that come that I had before that have requested content, and when I've kind of been in the midst of a relapse, I've then agreed to doing it because it was just quick money. But yeah, not something that I'm proud of, but something that's really important to share, because a lot of people judge with things like this. I had a lot of people laughing at me when I was doing it. Once they got hold of my account, it would be being shared around my old workplace and amongst people who I thought were my friends. And there's so much more to someone's story. So before you judge, think about why that person might be doing what they're doing.
That sounds like a you problem.
Why do y'all be feeling like only 304s is the only one that sell their body? Like, as if people working regular 9-to-5 jobs are not selling their body. When you're doing hard labor, you're still selling your body too.
We are doomed.
And your time for what? $10? $15? $20? Are you for real? If you are working any type of job, you are selling your body, okay? And then on top of that, that's exploitation. Selling yourself for a little bit of money, and somebody else tells you how much you can make. I haven't worked a regular job in over 10 years. And now I'm getting into passive income. Like, and I'm not gatekeeping. Like, girl, you can get into it too. Meet me on live, ho. Meet me on live.
But women can be literally anything they want, and feminists are so proud online saying that feminism is about the right to choose and female empowerment and this and that, right? Okay, so all that fighting for equal rights, all of that, and you guys still choose prostitution. You guys still choose modern day prostitution. It's so crazy to me, because if you went to a hooker on the corner and you asked her if she wanted to be in that life, she would tell you she does not want to be in that life. She would do anything to get out of that life. But you guys are sitting here and you're choosing to be prostitutes. And don't come at me with the whole, oh, you don't know, we need the money, blah, blah, blah. Shut up. No, you're making less than $200 a month on OF. Could easily make more money at McDonald's, but you find that degrading. Most of you wouldn't work at McDonald's because you find that degrading. You're doing it for the attention, not for the money. Let's be real. And I don't support the men that subscribe to you guys, but what's funny is that if those men told you guys, hey, like, instead of nudes and videos, why don't you cook? Why don't you clean? These women would be like, oh my god, that's so degrading. I would actually find it so funny if those men told those women to cook and clean for them rather than sexual content, because those women would be like, no, absolutely not, that's degrading. But selling your body isn't degrading. Interesting. Those same women wouldn't be maids because they find that beneath them. They don't want to cook for their boyfriends because they find that degrading. They find that beneath them. But being a modern day prostitute online to random men is not beneath you? I don't understand.
Now, the great thing is that you still have some ladies like this back home, so it's not all bad. I don't want people to look at America and go, everything that comes out of there is a headache and a problem. That's not the case. But as you saw, the other ladies, they're from America as well. I think what the one lady is from Britain, but it's all a part of the Wicked Witch West, right? Feminism is even pushed overseas as well. That my body, my choice has gained ground in other countries. It's everywhere. It's in the Philippines, Thailand, Africa, any country you could think of. It's there. It's just the percentages are much different. I say it all the time. Things work out in a man's favor when he leaves. Now, I'm not going to say you can't find success in the West. I'm not. But what do I always say? It's a long, hard, lonely road. It can be done. But the select few are the guys that get a shot. The guys that are tall, the guys that make a lot of money, also the guys that are aggressive. Other than that, if you fall anywhere in between, bye-bye. You got a better chance overseas. But yeah, guys, other than that, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Leave me a comment down in the description. And peace out. See you next video.
Hold the line. Stay with me.
The Iceman is coming.
Winter is here.